Hi children, how are you? I hope all of you are good at your home. Okay, be safe. So children, this is for class science subject. Okay, and the lesson number 7, that is getting to know plants of the subject, that is science. Okay, so today we are going to discuss we get to know more about the plants that we are seeing around us, and also that we are using that plants for our growth and development. Okay, so let us begin the lesson. So children, in our garden we have seen different varieties of plants. Yes, so few are tiny grasses and bushes, and some are flowering plants and also tall, and some of the tall coconut trees that we have seen. Okay, so but the question arises that how are these plants are classified? Okay, how can we classify these plants? See, here is some of the plants that we have seen in our garden. Yes, so plants. Let us introduction to plants. Okay, so plants are all around us and they help sustain life on earth by creating food and giving out oxygen that we breathe in. Yes, so plants are the very important source for for human being. Yes, and also all the living organisms. Okay, how? Because we human being get plants from the food. Yes, we get food from the plants, and also we take oxygen from the plants that it is get by the plants. Yes, and other organisms need oxygen. Oxygen is very important for all living organisms that we are getting from how? From the plants. For this purpose, so plants are the very important source of all living organisms. Okay, and they creating food and giving out oxygen that we breathe in. Okay, so children, plants are the immovable living organisms all around us. Okay, these are not move from one place to another place, just animals too. Yes, so they are the primary food for providers. These plants are the primary sources, primary food for all the living organisms. Okay, and they are mostly green in color and use the sun as the source of energy to make food. Okay, so how these plants prepare their own food? By using the energy that is sunlight. Okay, so this is about the plants. Okay, so now let us come to know that the types, the classification of plants. Okay, so children, you might have seen that the plants that you are seeing around us, that are all not in similar. Yes, so we can see different varieties of the plants in their size, shape. Okay, so based on that we can classify the plants into different groups. Okay, so what are the types of plants? That is trees, okay, shrubs, herbs, creepers and climbers. Okay, so these are the different types of different group of plants based on their size, shape and their functions. Okay, see, let us come to know that what do you mean by these herbs, shrubs and trees. First let us know that herbs. What are herbs? Herbs are the smallest plants and do not have woody stem. Okay, so these are having a very small and its stem is very thin, and these do not have any woody stem, means which do not have a strong stem. And next is what? Shrubs. Shrubs are slightly larger than the herbs. Okay, means the stem of these shrubs is very thicker than the herbs. So next is what? Trees. Trees are the largest plants and can have large and thick woody stem. Okay, so trees are, as you know that trees are very long and large, and also these having a thick woody stem. Next is what? Creepers and climbers. See, these creepers and climbers are the types of plants which need support to grow. Here, herbs, shrubs herbs, shrubs and trees, they can grow without any support. Okay, so they stand on their stem only and the root only. Okay, but here see, herbs have very small thin stem, and here compared to shrubs, shrubs are bigger than, that is thicker than the herbs, and trees having a large size. These are the large sized, having a strong stem. Okay, and they have a thick woody stem. Okay, so but in the case of creepers, these creepers and climbers do not, these are the types of plants which do not have a strong stem or strong stem to stand, to grow without any support. Okay, without any support, which do not have such a function that we have seen in, that is herbs, shrubs and trees. Okay, so these creepers and climbers which need support to grow. Okay, these, why? Because the stem of some plants are very thin and weak. Why? Because these plants, that is creepers and climbers are there, no? These plant stems are very thin and weak. Okay, so due to that reason, they either lie on the ground or need support to stand up. Okay, why these climbers and creepers take support to grow? Because of they have a weak and thin stem, and they either lie on the ground or need support to grow. Okay, they need support to stand up. So due to that reason, these are called as the what? Creepers and climbers respectively. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see the different types of plants here. See, so trees are examples of, that is trees, that is you can see that mango tree, yes, banyan tree, okay, neem tree. These are the examples of trees. Okay, and next, that is what? See, here is pumpkin plant. Pumpkin plant is the examples of what? That is creepers. Okay, these creepers which lie on the ground. Okay, and these are what? Some of the plants which are examples of, yes. See, herbs. For examples of herbs, that is that the small size plants, that is what? Chili plant. Yes, the chili plants and the tomato plant. Okay, see, because these are very thin woody stem. Okay, they do not have any thick large woody stem, they have a thin, very thin stem. Okay, and shrubs are that, for example, we can take that grapes plant. Okay, and also that is what? Lemon plant. Okay, so these are the some example, that is, and rose plant. These are the examples of what? Shrubs. And trees, that is examples of trees, that what? That is neem tree, banyan tree. Okay, so neem tree, banyan tree, mango tree. So these are the some examples of what? Trees. Okay, see, herbs are the very small, these are the very smallest plant. Okay, so they have grouped together and they called it as what? That is herbs. Herbs. Next is what? Shrubs having a thicker than the stem of the shrubs is thicker than the herbs. Okay, and these are called as what? Shrubs. And trees are largest plants, and they have a large and hard stem and woody stem. Okay, so this is about what? The type, that is the types of different plants. Okay, so that are what? Herbs, shrubs, okay, trees, creepers and climbers. Next, what we let us know that the different parts of the plants. Okay, so how these parts help us to plant. Okay, so this is the plant, that we can see the different parts of the plant, that is flower you can take. Okay, this is the part of the plant, and leaf, root, stem, seed, bud. So these are the some parts of the plant. In this we can take that is leaf, flower, root, stem are the very important parts. Why? Because they help us to prepare food, and also some parts which help us to give support to grow up, okay, and also some part which help us to preparing the food, okay, and some part which help to reproduction, okay. So these are the different parts of the plant. Let us discuss about the one of the part of the plant, that is what? Stem. Okay, so it bears leaf, birds and flowers, fruits, etc. So in this the stem, it bears the leaves, birds, flowers and fruits, etc. And the stem conduct water. And what is the use of what, how it is help the stem, how the stem helps to plant? Because the stem conducts water from the roots to the leaves and to the other parts, and food from the leaves to the roots and other part of the plant, okay. So the stem is there, no, the stem which conducts water from the roots, and also it conducts food from the leaf, okay. Leaf is the, that is food factory of a plant, okay. So through this leaf, the stem conducts food to the, from how? From the leaf. So it transport food to the all parts of the plant, and also it conducts means what? Transport, okay. So it carries food and water from the roots and the leaf. It transport all parts of the plants, okay. So potato, yams, ginger, onion, etc., these are through present present in the soil. They are actually stem and store food within them, okay. So these potato, yams, okay, and ginger, onion, etc., these though present in the soil, and they are actually stem, okay. So these potato, ginger are there, no, these are what we are called it as what? Stem. And these are stored, that is which store food within them, okay. So these are the some examples of the stem which we can also see in the part of the plant, okay. Next is what? Leaf. Leaf is the most important part of the plant. Why it is most important plant? Because most leaves of plants are green in color, and they are different shape and sizes of the leaf, okay. So these are the leaf which we can see different color of, that is we can see the green in color, the color of the leaf, it is green, and we can see the different shape and sizes of the leaf, okay. And one of the most important function that we can see in leaf, okay. So now let us discuss in this lesson only. See, these are the different, now discuss about the different parts of the leaf, okay. So leaf has different parts, that is midrib, veins, leaf blade or lamina, okay. So these are the parts of the leaf, okay. Midrib, veins, leaf blade, okay. So these are the parts of the leaf. So here in this structure you can see the parts of the leaf, okay. So that is veins, bleeds, petiole, stipule, axil and tip. So these are the different parts of the leaf. So now let us discuss one by one of these parts, okay. See, first is what? Venation. The pattern of leaves of veins and veinlets on the leaves, which we called it as what? Venation. So the pattern of the veins, these are the pattern that you are seeing in this figure now. So these are what? These are the veins, okay. So these veins we can see in different leaf, in different shape, okay, in different varieties in size, okay. So this is what we are called it as what? That is veins. And this pattern of veins which we are called what? That is venation. So the pattern of veins that we can see in different leaf, okay, in different varieties. So that veinlets on the leaves, that we are called what? Venation. So veins are the thread-like structure in the leaves forming a network. Okay, so these are the thread-like figure. So these are the what? The thread-like structure that you are seeing in this figure, no? That is what we are called what? Veins. Next is what? Midrib. It is the thick vein in the middle of the leaf. Okay, midrib. So this is the thick is which we are, that you are seeing now in this. So this is what? Midrib. So this is what we call as what? Midrib. Okay. See, in this venation, based on these types of venation, we can classify further leaves into two types. That is reticulate and parallel leaf and reticulate leaf. Okay. So, if the venation is in net-like appearance on both sides of midrib, it is called as what? Reticulate. So, for example, that we can see, that is people. And parallel venation means in the leaves of grasses, the veins and veinlets are parallel to one another. Such venation, which we are called it as what? Parallel venation. Okay. So in this, you can see in this figure, you can easily understand that the structure of reticulate and structure of parallel venation. Okay. So these are the types of. So B, that is the reticulate venation, means what here? The venation is in net-like appearance on the both side midrib and it is called a reticulate. And in the parallel, we can see veinlets are parallel to one another. Okay, so these are the parallel to the one another. So such a parts of the venation which we are called as what? That is parallel and reticulate venation. Next is what? Node. Node means places where leaves and branches are joined to stem are called as what? Nodes. And internodes means the part of the stem between two nodes, which we are called as what? Internode. Next is what? The functions of leaves. What are the functions of leaves? What is the use of leaves? See, first one is what? Transpiration. What do you mean by transpiration? Children, you know that we human being, when in summer days, what will happen? Our body becomes sweat. Okay? Means sweating means what? The water which is come out from our body through the sweat. Okay? So likewise, plants also release some water from their parts of the plant. That is the process which we are called what? Transpiration. So transpiration is the process of the loss of water from aerial parts of the plant, especially from the leaves. Okay. So water is lost in the form of water vapors through a tiny openings which we are called what? Stomata. Okay, the water which is come out from the leaf through the small openings, that we are called what? Stomata. So these which are present on the underside of the leaves. So this is the process which we are called what? Transpiration. Transpiration is nothing but the loss of water from the aerial parts of the plant. Okay, so these leaves have a small pores like a structure that we can see underside the leaves, that we small openings or tiny pores which we are called what? Leaf, that is stomata. Okay, so this is the one of the most important function that we can see in plants. And next is what? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants convert carbon dioxide, water into food using sunlight as the energy source. So this is the photosynthesis happens in where? In green leaves. I told you that in leaf is the food factory of plants. Like we human being prepare our food in kitchen room. Yes. So likewise plants also prepare their own food in where? In the leaf. What are the raw materials they use to prepare food? That we have already discussed in our first lesson, second lesson. Yes. So they use carbon dioxide, water, okay, and sunlight as the raw materials. Just like in our, that is, while making food we use many raw materials like vegetables, raws, that is rices, okay, that is grains, pulses, spices, water, heat. So these are the some raw materials that we use to prepare food. Yes, likewise plants also prepare for their food where in the leaf. Okay, so leaf use some raw materials. What kind of a raw materials they use? That is carbon dioxide, okay, water, and also sunlight. By using these raw materials they prepare their own food. Okay, so this is one of the most important function that we can see in the leaf. Okay, one of the most important part that we can see in plants, that is what? Roots. Okay, so roots are mostly the underground part of the plant. Okay, so roots are the underground part of the plant and they absorb water and minerals from the soil. Okay, and they hold the soil firmly to keep the plant upright. And some roots store food and become plump. Okay, some of the roots which store food and become the plump. So these are the some modified roots that we can see, that is which store food. I told you, no, some roots store fruit and become plump. Okay, so these are the edible parts of, that is modified roots that we can see. So these roots which store food have the capacity to store the food. So by that purpose we use some parts, that is we use some root part of the plant used to used in our food. Okay, like that is sweet potatoes, okay, carrot, so beetroot. These are what roots that we can see, and by these roots we used as a food. Why? Because these roots have the capacity to store the food. By having this food we get nutrients. Okay, so these are the some roots that we can see in plants. Next is what the types of roots. We can see there are two types of roots. One is fibrous roots and another one is tap roots. Okay, fibrous roots means in the plants like grass, the branches of the root comes out from the base of the stem, and such roots are known as what? Fibrous roots. Okay, so the plants like grass and the branches of the root come out from the base of the stem, and such roots are known as what? Fibrous roots. And next is what? Tap roots. In some plants the branches of the root arise from a thick structure underground, and which is called the main or primary root, and such root are called as what? Tap roots. Okay, so these are the examples of tap roots and fibrous roots. Okay, so you can take it as the example, that is these fibrous root leaf having a parallel venation. Okay, fibrous roots having the parallel venation, whereas taproot having the leaf, that is these taproot plants having a lateral venation leaf. Okay, so these are the some examples of taproot and fibrous roots. Okay, so here is your there is a root structure of the root is different from one another. Yes, so this is what we are called the types of roots. Next is what? Root hair. That is the fine hair like structure that we are seeing, no, on the branches of the root, that are called as what? Root hairs. And lateral roots means the smaller roots on the tap root are called what? Lateral roots. Okay, so these are the smaller roots which you are seeing in this diagram. See, these are the smaller, that is root hairs that we are seeing, no, these are what? Tap roots. Okay, and so here See these lateral roots and that is which are different from one another. Okay, so plants having a leaves with the reticulate venation have taproot. Okay, here is I have told you that plants having leaves with reticulate venation have the taproot, and plants having the leaves with parallel venation have the fibrous root. Okay, so this, that is reticulate venation and parallel venation. Okay, so the veins which are seeing in reticulate, that is, see these reticulate venation leaf having like this structure. Okay, whereas that is plants having leaves with parallel venation means like this, the structure of parallel venation is like this. Okay, so there the veins in this, the veins are parallel to one another. Okay, so this is what we are called what, that is the different types of lateral roots. Okay, so this is your lesson. The next part of this lesson we will continue in next video. Until that, read this portion. Okay.